Greetings again, friends. I'm Derek Maul, and this is the third in a series of short videos designed to support conversation around my new book, In God's Image, What the New Testament Teaches About Being a Man. We're looking at different characteristics that men have, or could have, which really reveal the image of God in us. And I think compassion, which is chapter 2, or session 2, is maybe one of the most important ideas that we can think about. So what I'd like us to do in this session is to be honest. If you are somebody to which compassion comes easily, share how that happens, maybe some experiences of when God has used you in that way. If you're somebody who stands at a distance and is like, God, I don't naturally feel compassion. I tend to say, hey, get a job or make better decisions and you'll be okay. And it's very difficult for me to get my hands dirty, as it were. Very difficult for me to meet people and actually feel that sense of connection with their spirit and with their soul. The fact is, when Jesus was in his active earthly ministry as a man, every time he was moved with compassion, and the Bible puts it that way, Jesus had compassion, then something very powerful happens. And I believe that if we want to represent the image of Christ, if we want to be the presence of Jesus in the world, then we've got to get not just our minds, but our hearts around this idea of compassion. So share with one another maybe experiences which have challenged you, maybe the experiences which have put you off, because I believe as we encourage one another, then we are more likely to take risks in the context of community. I myself have a difficult time with compassion, and so I have deliberately signed up to go with the team that feeds hungry people downtown. My job usually is to sit at the table and strike up conversation and just get to know people, to learn their stories. And I found this, that when I begin to know who somebody is, then it's a lot easier for my heart to get connected. Maybe this is why, as men, we deliberately build these walls around ourselves, because we know how vulnerable we can be when we open ourselves up. But Jesus, and we'll talk about vulnerability more in a later session, Jesus opened himself up and he gave everything, gave all that he was. And I believe that if we are serious students of what it means to be made in God's image and what it means to serve God and to serve God's people in this way, then we've got to talk about compassion. We've got to think about compassion. We've got to practice compassion. I'm Derek Maul. I'm a fellow pilgrim along this path with you, and I pray that our journey, both me and you, will really be something which honors Jesus.